Um, it's a pretty hands-on way of helping people. You get right down and dirty with it instead of being kind of in an organized setting. You get thrown into people's homes, into people's car accidents, into their lives instead of them coming to you. And I always wanted to, at some point in your life, I feel like everybody has a goal to do something that not just isn't what they want to do, but maybe for other people. So I wanted to make my parents proud. I wanted to make my family proud. My wife and my son. I wanted to do something that they could look up to instead of just something I want to do. And I happen to enjoy it even more than any job I've ever had.
So one thing was helping others, being a positive, having a positive impact on somebody's life. And especially when they do call us, they're having usually a pretty bad day. So we get to try and ease them through that. Plus, we're not stuck in an office every day. We're not looking at the same four walls. We get to go out. Nice days, you're outside. The weather's good. You get to be out and about and kind of mingle with the people in town and just change the scenery constantly. The biggest thing for me, con-wise, that I never saw coming into this job, and I think this is just part of life in general, is the politics. Everywhere you go, no matter what department you're on, no matter who you're around, there's always the politics and the cliques, and I've seen how that kind of impacts teamwork, especially even on scenes, and the public doesn't usually see it. I don't think they get it, but as one of the guys seeing another one of the guys you work with, you can pick up on it, and that disappointed me coming into this. I think more than anything, it's not, you don't see it from a lot of the guys. Few of the people on a consistent basis you do see it from, but I think really that's about the only thing. I love everything about it though, other than that.
I think you've already got this answer a little bit, but that what we do is not like what is portrayed in the TVs or movies. It's not. It's not the same. Like the way they portray fires, the way they portray medical calls, and most of that stuff's made up just for ratings. And the most realistic show I think that was ever on TV was the show Emergency, which was back in the 70s about the paramedic service in LA County, California. And I mean, the newer shows can be entertaining, but they're just not the same, as people could have the wrong sense of what this job's really about. And the other thing, seems like sometimes there's not enough resources to help the people in the community. And I don't know that makes our job any easier. Sometimes that makes our job tougher because when they don't know who to call, well, they call the fire department. And so I think and that's probably more of a higher up answer is we have to have more community involvement, and there has to be programs, which there are programs in place to help the community to be able to handle things without us, but we're always there for people, so we do get a lot of those. If they don't know who to call, they call us.
Some of the other issues we see in TV and movies is just a complete misunderstanding of how fire systems work. I think that's been a drawback to trying to get sprinklers in homes. Water-based sprinkler systems can save lives, and they're not being utilized because based on what you saw in the action movie, somebody pulls a fire alarm and all the sprinkler heads in the building go off. It's not how sprinklers work. Most fires are suppressed by 1 to 2 sprinkler heads, and it can save a lot of property. There are risks for water damage, but the sprinklers themselves are a life safety device, and they do that job very well. And most of the time when we go to a scene, we don't take unnecessary risks. So we're not going to go charging into a building that's getting ready to collapse. we address the life safety of the public first, but we have to address our life safety to be able to do that. So if we think it's a no-win situation, we will take a defensive posture. Obviously, if we think that somebody is, that there's a potentially viable victim, we will go in. And we go in and into burning buildings all the time, and people say, well, there's nobody in there. Just because we think that the building is stable enough that we can put the fire out as we go and do a search. So, you know, some of the expectations that are set by movies is that we're gonna go in no matter what, or we're not gonna go in no matter what. And it's just a case-by-case decision that